Hey, good morning, guys. It is 4:44 a.m. on 10/23/2025, and if people don't know, the 10 is October. Anyways, we're calling up on we're coming up on Halloween here,
Sure
so
are.
wow, super
Different
close, guys.
days.
Yeah, and it feels like it, man. So pretty cool. Anyways, let's start the day off with some Water and Weather by Mary, and after we'll move on to some trail chatter by Dawn. All right, take it away, man.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. In Blairsville right now, it's 36 degrees and clear. Our high is going to be 68 with sunshine. And then tonight, 33 degrees and clear skies. Winds will be 5 to 10 miles per hour. Up on Blood Mountain today, a high of 60 with sunshine. And then tonight, 39 and mostly clear. Winds will be 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Water's good on the trail for the most part. Make sure you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter, Slaughter Creek, and Neil Gap. Neil Gap to Hogpin Gap is dry. Hogpin Gap does have water if you go all the way to the very last blue blaze. We're still having some warm sunshine days, so make sure you're still checking for snakes. And remember that nest of copperheads up under the boulders on Cow Rock, and that's 5 miles north of Neil Gap. Great Smoky Mountain National Park bear closures, Twin Creeks Trail, and campsites 18, 19, 55, 56, 57, and 82. All shelters are open, and there's still a campsite warning at 71. Let's remember to properly dispose of and store our food and other items that have odor, our trash. If we brought it in, let's bring it out. And then anybody that's going over to Hiawassee to check out Bell Mountain next Tuesday, October 28th, Shake Rag Road, which is the road you take up to Bell Mountain, it will be closed for the day. They're going to be doing some scheduled maintenance, and they're going to be paving out there, so making the road better for everyone. All right, Donald, I turn it over to you now for some other things going on out and about.
All right, sweet. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, it is now 4:46 a.m. So, all right, and it is 10/23/2025, October. Anyways, man, so we have a rescue in Georgia near Toccoa, which is right down the road from us, man. Shortly after 5:30 p.m. Wednesday, 10/22/2025, Stephen S. County 911 received a call from a hiker inside the trails of the Currahee Mountain. The caller advised that a fellow hiker had severely broken their ankle and needed emergency assistance. Sheriff's deputies, EMS, fire, DNR, and Stevens County Rescue all quickly responded to the area, established a team, and made entry to the trailhead. Nice. The team was able to make contact with the injured person about a mile inside the trails. The patient was treated on site and removed from the trail to an awaiting ambulance. The patient was transported to a local trauma center for further treatment and is expected to make a full recovery. Sweet. Yeah, right, dude?
Very nice.
Yeah, bro. I like it. All right, and so we have a lightning strike in Arizona. 2 hikers who were struck by lightning at the top of Humphrey Peak near Flagstaff have been rescued. Coconino County Sheriff's Office confirmed. SAR units were working their way to the hikers on 10/22/2025. Sheriff's Office spokesperson John Paxton said shortly after 1 p.m. A little after 7 p.m., he confirmed the hikers had been rescued and were being treated at the Flagstaff Hospital. Neither hiker knew the other before the incident. One hiker is a local and the other is from Canada. The Sheriff's Office helicopters were grounded earlier in the day due to poor weather.
Well, that turned out well also.
It did, man. And, lightning strikes, man, definitely something that can be avoided. And so I may have said this before, but I'd like to say it again. There are so many lightning strikes that are happening recently that we've been reading about. I mean, this year already, there's been 7 or 8 people, not just hikers. Like, there's this dude that just got married down in Cocoa Beach or something, or I don't remember where he was standing, but he was standing on the beach and his feet were right in the water, and he had a couple people around him, just married on his honeymoon, and a lightning struck, and boom, that dude died. And
Oh, that's terrible.
you don't remember that one? It was in Florida.
No, I don't.
And then there was one where there was a bunch of kids over in South Carolina, and they were hanging out by the lake, dude, and I think it was like 7 or 8 of them in the water, during a storm.
Wow.
And it struck the lake, man, and lit those kids up. I don't remember the exact details of what happened, man, but I do know this, that during this time, man, I don't know what was going. I was on Reddit. I stay away from that place now, man. That place is full of assholes, man. And so yeah, definitely, dude, definitely full of dickheads, man, and know-it-alls. But someone was talking about lightning strikes and stuff, and there were people literally on there saying that they should just hike through and don't worry about it. There's trees covering them, and that's why they call it the Green Tunnel.
Wow, trees.
And I was just blown away that there are actually people out there giving that advice to new people that are coming out here. And the reason I don't go on Reddit is because I said some stuff, man, and I was actually not banned, but they restricted my my comments, dude, because they said that my comments were not part of their community or whatever.
Wow.
Because my comments are not like everyone else's, and so mine have some logic to it, man. Or not everyone else's, but what was going on that thread. And so, I mean, people telling others to go out and hike during a rainstorm, man, just blows my fucking mind.
And I
pardon
just
my French,
have to
dude.
add this in there. I know I've said it before when you mentioned the lightning strikes, but people saying to just hike because there's trees. Well, let's not forget, like 2 years ago, the people that were hiking out of Woody Gap to Preacher Rock, there were trees. There's plenty of trees if you've been out of there.
Well, lightning's going to hit your highest
It's going
point.
to. And don't forget, you also have your trekking poles and anything that's metal on you. You're attracting that lightning. You're just asking to be hit.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the way people are thinking, because when I was a kid, man, I don't know if this was the same for you, but I'm pretty sure it is. I grew up in Hollowell, Maine, but we had a camp on Comsey Lake, and every summer, even during the winter, I used to go out there when I was older. But anyways, we used to go out there as kids, man, and you run out the end of the dock and jump in the water, whatever, man. And so, but the whole point is when it was gonna rain, dude, the parents, grandparents, everyone, aunts, uncles, told you to come out of the water and get inside the camp, man, because lightning will strike or possibly strike and kill you.
That's right.
I don't understand where that thinking went, because people don't think that anymore, man. They're just like, they don't think.
Well,
I don't know what it is, man.
I think that, I've read and read and read over the years from growing up until now that, when there's a storm, you shouldn't even be in your shower.
Yeah,
because
same as because it will run through the electrical lines, man. If lightning strikes, it's gonna hit the hot water heater. And it's gonna. My parents told me the same shit, dude. Don't take a bath when there was or a shower when there was lightning when I was a kid.
Right. So if you can't do that in your own home, I would think being outside is a lot more dangerous too. I mean, same dangers obviously, but I just think caution and common sense is a good thing.
It really is. All right, and so I am glad that came out the way it did and worked out the way it did, because it could have been a hell of a lot worse, man.
That's right.
All right, so I want to also talk about this East Coast hiker that was charged for a rescue up on Franconia Ridge. We talked about this a few days ago, but I'm going to bring it up again. There's a bunch of articles going on because this year they've seen an increase on rescues. I mean, just people are, I don't know what is up, man, but wow. There is just no logic going on with people, and they just think they're going to press a button and people are going to come flying out of the clouds, man, and just like swoop them up and take them to and rescue them and take them to safety, man. I don't understand that, dude. When anyone goes in the woods, man, they should be prepared. I don't care if it's a day hike or 3. You should be prepared with food and shelter and warm clothing, like you're going on a 50-day hike, man. Well, not 50 days, but at least go in with the essentials that you need, man. So
I think now with technology and cell phones and everything else, I think people have become complacent.
They have.
And they're like you were saying, they're just going to push a button and say, come get me. I mean, we talk about people that are, calling rescue just because they don't feel like walking back out after they're tired. And I think we become complacent and lazy, and we leave things behind that we should be taking out there with us regardless. I mean, you get out there and your phone dies and you can't call for rescue, or you fall and you drop it and you lose it. You need to have something that's going to sustain you until rescue can get to you.
Right? That's right, man. All right, so we've seen the increase in rescues. There was a rescue on Franconia Ridge just recently, man, and it was a person that was up there, man, with nothing. They had nothing. And there was a storm coming in, man, and it's bad weather already up there, man. I mean, shit can happen up there in the summer, dude. But anyways, this cat went up there with no water, no food, nothing. And so they call 911. I guess they were a couple miles up the trail. Let's go ahead. So it sounds like a recent incident unfolded in New Hampshire is set to leave an unprepared hiker with a hefty bill after calling for help. So what I was saying is, you know, with the increase in rescues and stuff and people not giving a shit, obviously, about anyone or anything besides themselves, man, and just going up and risking everyone's life because, well, risking their own life, but risking everyone else's while they're doing it, which it's fine if you want to risk your own life, man, go do it, man, but at least have something with you to at least save you or you know, food, shelter, backpack, the right shoes, not sandals, a Stanley Cup full of coffee, and your Ray-Bans,
right.
man. So, all right. And so it sounds like a recent incident that unfolded in New Hampshire is set to leave an unprepared hiker. Well, now they're charging people for this shit. So according to a report from New Hampshire Fish and Game Department, their agency was called to assist a hiker who called for help, finding himself unprepared for his adventure near the summit of a 4,760-foot little haystack in Lincoln as daylight waned. The call came in about 6:03 p.m. on October 19th, with a 23-year-old hiker located above tree line on Franconia Ridge Trail at the time the call was placed. The hiker reported that he was not prepared for the hike and needed help getting down without food, water, and a light. As temperatures started to drop, a storm system moved into the area. At about 8:14 p.m., a conservation officer was able to locate the hiker, providing him what he needed and then assisting him down the trail. He was back in the parking lot by 9:50 p.m. So it took him about an hour and 50 minutes to get down, 46 minutes or whatever, explaining that he had not planned for a long hike. In a report related to the rescue, the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department noted that the hiker would be charged for the cost of the rescue, presumably due to his lack of preparedness. The agency also reminded members of the public to make sure they are bringing along the 10 essentials when hitting the trail: warm clothing, extra food and water, headlamp, fire starter, first aid kit, whistle, rain, wind jackets and pants, knife, map, and compass. Man, definitely. Plus that, man. That's just what you should have. You should have more than that, man. New Hampshire varies from Colorado, and the cost of the rescue tends to get passed on to the rescue subject when negligence is involved. In Colorado, the general opinion of search and rescue groups is that having the potential for a cost could result in people being hesitant to call for help when it is needed, thus making the situation worse. In Colorado, search and rescue responses are generally free to those in need, though there may be a cost associated with the medical services or transport related to a rescue. For example, if a helicopter medevac is needed, in the case related to the New Hampshire hiker, it sounds like they would have come at no cost. This case goes to show that the policies related to search and rescue operations can vary depending on where someone is at in the United States. The bottom line is, make sure you're prepared for when things go wrong on the trail. Whether there's an associated cost or not, preparation will make an emergency situation better. Colorado's search and rescue system is powered by unpaid volunteers who often end up spending money out of their own pockets to participate. If you are interested in helping to support this effort, donations to the cause can be made here. Now, whatever they need to do to keep things going, I give the SARS teams 2 thumbs up. So, yes, definitely, man. If you want to donate, feel free to. I like to donate directly to the people if I'm going to donate, man, because those donation places that ask for donations and then pass the money on to the people, man, I don't trust. And they always take a cut. And so if you want to give money to like a charity or something, man, I suggest like going straight in, checking the charity out, finding out where their money is going, because a lot of these places keep about 60 or 70% of that cash, man. So maybe going and buying them what they need would be better than actually giving one of these GoFund. I don't know, man. That's just my
That's how
That's
I
how I
feel
feel
though
about
for
it,
any
yeah.
kind of donations to things. You know, it's like instead of sending cash into somewhere that says they're going to do these things, I feel that let's
Yeah.
go find out what the place needs.
Yeah, if they need a four-wheeler, go buy them a
Let's
four-wheeler,
provide
man.
the
Yeah,
best we can for what they
that's
need.
right.
Even if we're buying boxes and boxes of batteries
right.
or whatever it is, you
Yeah.
know, they need a lot of different things.
That's right.
And that's how I feel directly always to whatever the cause is.
Yeah, because I've just throughout the years, man, there's just so many scammers out here, man, just trying to take your money, man, and I'm just, I've given a lot of money away throughout the years, man. I'm just fucking tired of it. Pardon my French, dude, but we watch what we do these days, man. There's just too many people trying to get over on people, and it's too bad it's like that, man, because people like us that want to give and stuff and that do give are afraid to give because we'll get ripped off, man. You know what I mean, dude? And it's like, you don't want to feel that way, man. It's like I lose faith in people. And when I lose faith in people, it gets me down, man. You know what I mean? That's why I just sort of do what I do today, man. I just don't want to lose faith in people. It's like, what can I do to set up obstacles to block or to avoid getting or losing faith in people? So I set up these little obstacles and roadblocks, and if people can hurdle them and do right, man, I allow them to move further and closer, man. You know what I mean, dude? So anyways, that's besides the point. I'm just I agree that there needs to be these rules set into place that people should be charged for their negligence. I really do believe that, man. And they're saying that Colorado thinks that or other states, but Colorado specifically was saying that the reason that they don't apply these rules to their SARS and rescue teams is because they feel like it will stop people from calling. But it may even stop people from being stupid. So, you know what I mean, man? They're going to think twice before they take off and say, oh, I'm just going to go out there and press this button on my machine here or my transponder, and people are just going to come and save me. Instead of thinking that way, they're going to be like, yeah, I have this, but this is for the emergency, and I'm prepared to go up there, and I'm not going to press the button because I've got water. That's why this dude pressed the button, because he didn't have the essentials, man. He didn't have the water. He didn't have a light. He didn't have what he needed to get back down. All he really needed was a light and some water, and he could have made it, man. But he didn't have it. So, I think that those people should be charged.
I agree with you, and I also agree with what you were just saying, that if people start to get charged, they're going to take it into consideration a lot more. Like, oh boy, if I go do this and I shouldn't be, then I'm going to be paying a bill. So let me rethink this. I don't belong on a 14,000 foot peak that I've never even hiked a day in my life. Let me go start over here where it's smaller, safer, and I can build myself up. I think people
gain experience, learn experience
into all of these situations because, like you said, it's a push away or a phone call
That's
away.
right, dude. Just people think they can just call someone and they're going to come running, dude, because they are. But man, it shouldn't be like that, dude. You shouldn't do that, man. Anyone that goes into the woods, man, should be prepared to go in there like they are going to possibly get lost, man, and pack that way. That's what we should be doing. Not going in with the idea in my head, man, that I'm going to press a button if I get into trouble. That's some screwed up shit, man. I don't get that thinking, man. And definitely I agree with what they're doing up on Franconia Ridge to that person. I hope they fully charge him for that, and that the SARS team gets that money and is able to reinvest it into their show, or take care of the volunteers with whatever they need, man. Because what I'm thinking is these volunteers are also buying all their own gear, like ropes and their harnesses, and all that is probably coming out of their pocket, man, is what I'm thinking. So when they say that, the volunteers, they're not getting, I'm thinking that they definitely probably pay for their own shit, man, and their own training. Like, they need to have all kinds of different training, and so they probably paid for all that too, man. You know what I mean, dude? They just do this out of the love of
they're making a huge sacrifice.
They are, dude.
We need to not be selfish, and we need to respect that, and
right.
understand that, there's not that any specific person's not important, but there are emergencies out
That's
there
right,
that
dude.
are severe, and they need to allocate their resources to those and then bring it downhill. Just like in an emergency room, they see who's in the worst condition and they see them first. So when people are taken away from helping someone just because I'm too tired to walk now and I'm going to push a button, then you have somebody over on the other end and they're going to die if you don't get to them.
That's right.
I definitely believe in charging people for these services.
And so, if people have been listening to us, man, we read all the time, and I'm just gonna bring up Camelback Mountain, the famous spot, man, for hikers. But we've read numerous times, dude, that while they're out there rescuing one person, another call's coming in for a rescue on the other side of the mountain, or or 0.5 of a mile away from the first rescue, man. That is how it's happening out here, man. And it's just definitely, I think that people will start to think before they go out and press that button if they start charging, man. I just do. That's just the way it is. All right, and so let's move on from that. We have a lost hiker, man, that was found in the Red River Gorge. And so a woman was rescued Thursday after a 5-hour-long hike in the Red River Gorge around 5:30 p.m. October 22nd. Wolf County Search and Rescue was called to Red River Gorge for a lost hiker. Officials said the woman had been hiking for nearly 5 hours after entering the trail system around 12:30 p.m. According to Search and Rescue, the rescuers were able to send her a locator link that placed her on a cliff above the Shelter Wheat Trace and Glady Creek. The team assessed the area by UTV along the Claver Ridge, then hiked about a mile to reach her. Search and Rescue said this is the second call in the past year for a lost hiker in nearly the same location. So crews believe she may have accidentally turned north near Indian Arch instead of the south of Sheltoe Trace, leading her toward Claver Ridge. All right. Yeah.
At least they found her safe.
That's right, dude. That's right, man. And so let's see what else we have going on here. What do we got going on today?
Well, I'm heading off to Unicoi Gap in a bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm going to get some folks over to Hog Pen. Then I'm going up to Deep Gap.
Oh,
get
yeah.
some folks over to Unicoi.
Sweet. And then Jordan is already gone this morning. He's up in...
He went from
Unicoi to...
Springer.
That dude actually changed his ride numerous times, man. Yeah, dude. So he was actually going to get picked up at, I think, Deep Gap, actually. And he changed it because he didn't think he was going to make it to Deep Gap, so we changed it up. And then he called back and wanted a different time and a day, I think it was, too, man. So I told him what we could do. I was like, dude, I've got like a 4 a.m. and maybe like a 10:30 or something, dude, a.m. And he chose the 4:30 a.m. So Jordan, of course, heads down and picks him up, and he's heading him down there. And then after Jordan will be doing
Jordan is going to, I can't remember what.
Isn't he going to North Carolina?
Yes, he's going
Fontana?
Burningtown Gap to Waya Gap.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what he's doing.
Sweet. So we'll have some good pics and videos of what's going on up there for Leaf Peak, man. It's definitely peak right now, man. This is the time to come, man, if you're going to come here to North Georgia and anything below Fontana Dam. Definitely, man. It is definitely the leaves are popping, man, and the air, dude, is perfect.
So I'll be heading across 64 today to go to Deep Gap. So that's a great drive for the color. It's already been beautiful when I've been up there, and I'm sure going down into Deep Gap is going to be breathtaking too. So of course I'll be getting video today of everything that I see along the way. And anybody, like I said yesterday, if you're going down to Doublehead Gap Road, going down to Springer Mountain or anywhere in there, the color is amazing.
So yeah,
beautiful. Dude. And I'm talking about going to Springer on 42.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I think that if anyone was going to come out here doing like a 60 down to Doublehead, hit the west entrance of USFS 42 and run the 20 miles all the way to Gooch, man. You're gonna see some beautiful colors.
Yeah.
Also, there's like waterfalls and shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And all kinds of places you can just kind of stop, have
That's
a picnic. You could take a left onto 58, man, and head down to Three Forks, man. And there's multiple things to do down there. You get park, man. Check out New Tulip Falls. You can check out Long Creek Falls. You can walk the creek edge. I mean, there's just a lot to do, man. So and check out the leaves, of course, man. So definitely it'd be a spot to check out. You could head up to Hickory Flats, man, and have a picnic up there, a little campfire. There's privies there, man. There's seesaws. There's all kinds of stuff to do up there. There's a multiple camping areas, man. So definitely is the time to come down here right now if you want to check out the scene, man. You know.
Absolutely, it's gorgeous out.
Yeah, definitely, dude. All right, guys, let's go ahead and yesterday I had multiple shuttles. Jordan was working up at the Gap. Mary was where did you go? NOC to Stokoe and then all the way down to Atlanta?
Not
No.
yesterday. That was the day before. I was here all day yesterday.
Oh, bah.
I made
Anyways, dude,
food.
that's right, dude. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long week, man. Honestly, dude, it's been so long and tiring. And so, last night or yesterday was the best night of rest that I've had in a minute, dude. So,
Nice.
yeah, it was. It's been exhausting, dude. And so, you know, last week we were running on one car. And it can be super exhausting. And so last night we were able to get a little bit of sleep. And then yesterday, I forgot, we sat around and relaxed, dude, and got some food, man, and ate. Yeah, so we didn't have any shuttles, did we?
I don't
I think I just scheduled some, man. A few shuttles were scheduled. And
Oh,
then,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I did go somewhere yesterday. We had the last
that's what
minute
I
call for
thought,
the
man.
rider
Just to go
that-
again.
the,
Excuse me, Swinging
Tacoma
Bridge.
Swinging Bridge. I did go down there. So,
Yeah.
I'm just recovering from being tired from all that crazy driving when Jordan was
Yeah.
down. So, that's right. I brought him back to that Blairsville Park and right over by McDonald's. So, yes, I did do a shuttle yesterday.
Yeah, so definitely, man, that's a couple hour shuttle. So it was a swinging bridge back to the park and ride.
Yeah.
A dude injured his shoulder on the BMT and wanted to get off trail, man. So we went and scooped him up, man. We actually brought him down to the trail, so he was
nice
super
person.
happy, wasn't he? He
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
he was super nice. He's going to be coming back, and he'll be giving us a call.
yeah, he was like, "You guys actually answer the phone, man!" And it's like,
He said
hell
that to
yeah,
me about
bro.
a half a dozen times.
Yeah,
that
that we
he was
answer the phone.
excited that we actually answer the phone when he
Yeah,
calls.
it's amazing how he calls and like, boom! There's not even barely a ring. It's just like, yeah, what can I do for ya? You get some happy hippie dude, man, on the phone, dude, all, what can I do for you today? You know what I mean, man?
That's
But
right.
anyways, bro, yeah, so today we've got those shuttles, and then I'll be scheduling some stuff and hanging out here, building some videos and taking care of Biscuit. Anyways, man, did you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right, kids, man, if anyone needs anything at all, you give us a call, all right, guys? All in love. Thank you for watching, man, and supporting the team.
That's right.
Peace.